But also now I'm seeing a sight gag of this man crashing through the office, flying through the windshield into a casket, and then it closing.
Which would be... That's a rim shot.
That's it.
Stick around, make a sound, there's more Dumb People Town.
Hey, we want to give a hearty thank you to our sponsor, Factor. You can cross meal prepping off your list this holiday season with Factor. You can skip the meal planning, grocery shopping, chopping, prepping, and cleaning up, and get Factor's fresh, never frozen meals delivered to your door. They're ready in just 2 minutes, so all you have to do is heat them up and enjoy.
Head to factormeals.com/DPT50 and use the code DPT50 to get 50% off. That's code DPT50, DPT50 at factormeals.com/DPT50 and get 50% off.
Hey, Townies, welcome to another episode of Dumb People Town. Population you. Population Martindale. Justin Martindale. Welcome to the show.
Good to be back.
We love to have you back.
Yes.
Every time we see you at the Comedy Store, I'm like, number one, it makes us happy.
Same.
Number one, it
two,
makes us
hilarious.
happy. You're like, I will say this, half of going to clubs, and Dan, you agree with this too.
Let's find out.
Half of it is doing your set. The other half is hanging out with your friends.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the best.
There are people who are not a good hang in the green room. You know this.
True.
You know this to be true.
Let's talk about each one
Let's
by
get
name.
into it.
Let's drag them.
No, but then.
Oh, are you here to make this horrible?
Yeah, that's fun. Yeah. Oh, are you here to make this
This is
awkward?
horrible people town.
Justin Martindale in a green room, instantly I'm like, oh, this night is just about having fun and enjoying ourselves. So I just love that. And we always tell you this, I love what you're doing on stage. How you approach it is so great. I just am like, could not be a bigger fan of your stand-up.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Not so much a fan of you as a person.
There we
Stand-up
go.
is
There
amazing.
we
Let's
go.
get into the stories. No, I'm joking. Love you, dude. So
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. I'm just preparing you for Thanksgiving with your relatives, right? Love what you do. Don't you like his work? That just goes across like every Thanksgiving.
Just
tape.
check all the boxes while you're
You're
here.
a doctor. You're an asshole. All right, I'm going to get into this because the world's getting dumber. We got to get into it somehow, some way. Our fans sent us stories. This one was sent in by Matthew Friedman at Not Your Average
Matt.
AVG. Matt, if you want to follow this guy, he's fantastic. Here is the headline.
Okay.
Florida man, we're in Florida.
Sure.
Arrested after throwing a piece of deli meat at police officer. Video shows. We got video evidence. This isn't the officer.
That's a bunch of baloney.
Get out.
Come on.
Why would I?
Port Orange, Florida. Have we done stories from here
Never
before?
heard of Port Orange.
Have you performed in Florida recently? Or
No.
Port Orange, Florida. The quickness with which he dispensed
I mean,
that.
I'll get there one day. They just need to figure it out.
Sure.
Just Port Orange, Florida is like where just like a barrel of hookers will roll
Just
up.
rolled up on the
That's
sea.
the port where they come from. That's where all the mail order brides come in from.
Port Orange,
from
Florida.
Russia. Port
Yeah.
We
Orange.
got a whole shipment of mail order brides in.
They come through Port Orange from
Serbia.
Feels like the Gulf side, right?
Yeah.
Port Orange.
Probably. It sounds like scurvy and citrus. Right?
You got a case of Port Orange.
Yeah.
The Port Orange Police Department posted a
Sounds like a
video.
shitty wine.
Is it? It's like port wine, but it has a
wine,
real
but
strong
Port
orange
Orange.
flavor to it.
Orange wine.
You know how you...
It's like a lost Harry Potter butterbeer flavor.
Right, exactly. You're like,
What's
wait,
it made from? We let the oranges ferment for
and then
7
get
years.
rotten.
They tell
Yeah.
us.
And they tell...
All rind.
Every
That's all it
bottle
is.
tells us when we should serve it.
Yeah. We will sell
Yeah.
no rind before it's time.
Okay. The Port Orange Police Department posted a video of the incident to Facebook, of course.
Yeah.
Because the police department is like your aunt, only operating on Facebook, which shows William Busey, B-U-S-I.
Okay.
Bussy? Boozy?
Bussy?
He's very bougie.
Do you guys know what a bussy is?
No.
Come on.
What is a
Really?
bussy?
You know what
It's a butthole
is.
pussy?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Come on.
I don't know.
Tis the
I'm
season,
not-
guys.
God.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Our pussy to yours.
It's the most wonderful bussy of the year.
So hoop doo.
William
Bussy roasting on an open fire.
Bussy bells.
Jack,
Bussy
Jack
bells.
Frost nipping at your taint. Become aggravated with an officer before chucking the mystery lunch meat You can figure out what it is.
Can you?
I don't know. Like at striking the,
If it's a Lunchable, there's no way to actually
striking the officer where. So where he strikes the officer will determine whether who you think overreacted here. In the face?
Oh, well, okay. I'll stick with my guess, but
What
I
do you
feel
think?
differently now.
In the mouth. What do you think?
Well, you said face and mouth.
I know.
And striking.
Yeah.
I'll go with neck.
Neck. Okay.
It's way
Striking
less. It's like foot.
a piece of meat in the chest.
Okay, I was close.
If you're wearing a bulletproof vest and someone throws a piece of head cheese at your chest,
It ricocheted off the Kevlar and it knocked me to my backside.
So in the video, a clerk inside of a smoke shop told the officer she called about a disturbance after a man later identified as Busey visited the store several times and bothered her and the customers. She also said the officer told the officer the man made her feel uncomfortable and said a lot of vulgar things to her, grabbed merchandise, and tried to go behind the counter. This is a bad person.
Yeah.
When the officer approached Busey outside, or Bussy, he said he was arrested about 8 months ago and spent 18 months in prison. That's a good way to open a conversation with the.
That's what he said to the cop?
That's like him saying. That's like when you put the parking ticket on your car that you already have, so they don't give you another one.
Right.
I've
Before
already
you
been
say anything, here's
already
what I did wrong 2
arrested
years ago.
18 months in prison. So whatever I did in there, I've already served the time.
Yeah.
That's his.
I
reasoning.
did my time. That's your opening?
What? I did my time. So Bussy told the officer that he was suing the Volusia County Sheriff. So like that's also what to know about someone when in the first breath of talking to someone, they tell you about the lawsuit they're involved in.
With the cops.
With the cops.
Right. He's
suing
suing
the
the police
cops.
department for wrongfully.
But he threw the deli meat.
That comes later. This is
not for that.
This is opening remarks.
Opening
Got it.
remarks is I was already in jail. Whatever you're going to tell me in there, I was already in
Also,
jail.
I'm already in with you guys. I've already sued your ass.
Yeah.
Do you want me to sue you again?
And I'll do it again.
That's right.
I'm going to add it to the list.
Yeah.
Suing the Volusia County Sheriff and asked if he sued the Port Orange Police Department for blank how much money, whether that would be tax-free or not. He said, if I sue you and win and get the money, would that be money tax-free? So again,
The officer's like, dude, I don't know.
But
It's
right.
because you're bothering people.
right, the truth is,
What do I need to pay a lawyer if we get into a suit?
if I sue you, because I'm already in with the Volusia, if I sue you like I'm suing them and I win because I'm going to win, is that money tax-free? That's such a weird flex. How much money did he say he was going to sue them for?
$1 million.
Million? What do you think?
$50,000.
I was going to say 50 as well.
Okay, you got to pick a different one because he picked 50.
Oh.
Yeah.
51,000.
Get your answers in, Townies. He said, if I sue the Port Orange Police Department for $250,000, would that be tax-free? Listen to this guy, Busey. The officer said he had no idea, to which Bussy said that he would have
We're
to
gonna get letters.
he would have to speak to his accountant about that.
Oh, okay.
Do you think this guy has
No,
he does
no.
not have an accountant, okay? When the officer told Bussy that the clerk inside the smoke shop called to say that he was bothering customers, he said the
Aren't you
clerk...
so curious as to how we're going to get from smoke shop to loose meat?
Right. He said the clerk told him to be quiet and leave, which he claims to have done. I did it.
I did it. Sure.
It's her word against mine.
Yeah.
The officer told Busey if he goes back in the store, he'd be trespassing, adding he is no longer allowed to go inside. Bussy
But he didn't
then-
like that.
He then told the officer
no.
the clerk would have
Tell
to
me
put...
where to go.
Okay. So he then told the officer that the clerk would have to put his $2,000 worth of merchandise outside the store, which he claimed she was holding.
Can we just set this building on fire already?
No.
God.
This is the most tedious discussion anyone has ever been in ever.
I'm like, please throw baloney at my face to get me off of
To
this.
get me out of this.
Just
Bussy
stop
then
talking.
said, quote, go ask her right now, go ask her, you motherfucker. And as Bussy got angry, he threatened the officer to come closer so he could brawl.
There's nothing worse than an angry Bussy.
Right.
He said, "Come closer so we can brawl."
So he could brawl. He's like,
brawl doesn't get used enough. And
Yeah, are you in a saloon? What is this?
He's like Lizzo talking
Then
to her
he's-
backup dancers.
That's right.
This is getting very violent very fast.
so like Lizzo slammed down her flute and then said whatever
Let's
she wanted.
brawl.
Let's brawl. Tell her backup did.
Get closer.
This guy slammed down his sandwich
Why
on
don't
a
you come
bench.
closer to me so we can
slammed
brawl?
his sandwich down on a bench, put up his dukes. That's what it says right here. Taunting the officer to throw down and attempted to perform a karate kick.
Attempted.
Which means he didn't do it.
didn't do it. He tried.
He tried.
I'm still back on how good a sandwich sounds right now. Okay, just a good deli meat sandwich.
Again,
Yes,
because
man.
this guy can't just attempt a karate kick, he has to tell you where he is in the karate pecking order. I got a black belt in karate and a black belt in judo, Bussy said. You're going to be in a world of hurt.
Whenever somebody says that I have a black belt in karate and judo, like real fast, they don't mean it.
No.
So you know who doesn't say they have a black belt in karate and judo? People who have black belts in karate and judo.
Yeah.
They just kick your ass and like you didn't see it
You
coming.
didn't see it coming.
And then
you
someone
got
else
it.
goes, you didn't know
You know
he has
that
a
guy's
black belt in
Yeah.
judo.
Oh, she's a black belt in
Walter
judo.
Payton quote.
Yeah, when you're good at something, you tell everybody. When you're great at something, they tell you.
They tell you. Bussy then told the officer he was going to take his gun and walkie-talkie before driving off in his patrol car. I just like the boldness. I'm going to take your gun. I'm going to take your walkie-talkie. Why? Because I'm a black belt in judo, and that
can't
and I'm
stop
going to
me.
drive off in your car.
This dog just keeps barking.
He attempted a kick.
After having a few more words with the officers who reminded him that he was trespassing, Bussy then reached down in his sandwich and threw a piece of deli meat at the officer, striking him in the chest.
Striking is not the right word.
No, I would have used tased, like way before we got to this level.
Incapacitating.
Yeah, just
I would.
tased.
This is if I were writing this article, he then picked up a piece of deli meat
And lobbed it towards the
threw it at
officer.
the police officer, and it hilariously stuck to his chest. Is what I would
Sure.
say. Like that. Go ahead, arrest me, Bussy said. So the officer did. Bussy was placed in handcuffs. I'm assuming with no fight whatsoever. Yeah. Walked over to the police vehicle. On the way, he told the officer he was going to sue the police officer for how much. He gave two amounts here. How much he's going to sue
now
this
he wants
guy?
to
Sue the
them?
cop for arresting him.
Adding that he would be out in how much time? He said,
wow.
"I'm going to sue you for how much."
Which one are we guessing?
How much is he going to sue him for? He's
Who's he mad at now?
You're arresting me. I'm going to sue you for blank amount of money.
Okay,
$100,000.
What do you think, Dan?
I'll stick with a mill.
What do you think?
I'm gonna say $1 million on this one.
So get your answers in. He said, "I'm going to sue you for $1 million or $10 million."
okay,
Or 10 million. So
Okay.
anyone could
Adding, I'll be out in how much time?
2 hours.
A week.
2 weeks.
30 minutes. Damn. This guy's unbelievable.
He's Domino's.
He knows.
When asked why he threw something at the police officer, Bussy said because he was pissed off at him and he was acting like a jerk. Bussy also told the officer he was lucky he didn't have his pocket knife on him. This guy.
Yeah.
Because he would have stabbed the officer to death.
Yeah, no shit. What other reason do we think you would
Stop
shoot the
making
pocket
threats
knife
at police officers. He was
Girl,
also-
you need bussy control.
on? Very true, Justin.
This is why I want you along on every ride along, just to be like the person to make the person feel bad after this. He ultimately was arrested for battery of a law enforcement officer. A battery by throwing the meat?
That's
This is-
assault, I guess.
I mean, it's a salty piece of meat. The Port Orange Police Department shared the video on Facebook, giving people a crash course that include behaviors sure to backfire in this city, like disrupting a business and threatening workers, threatening officers, imagining that you have black belts in karate and judo. This you don't have to say imagining. Maybe he does have
they're
a
going
belt.
after this son of a
And
bitch.
hitting officers in the chest with lunch meat. He is arrested. This is he may be one of my favorite characters that we've met at
Look,
this
he's
point.
such
You've heard of
angry man.
Lunchables. This guy is punchable.
Punchable.
Yeah.
All right, that's story number one. We come back. We'll tell you what we have going on. Tell you how you can follow Justin Martindale, see him live, listen to his amazing podcast, which we will all do at some point. This is Dumb People Town with Justin Martindale. We'll be right back. Boom.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. In the break, we were talking about this guy, Bussy, going to prison, and you said beware that he becomes a guy whose legend grows in prison.
Yes.
Yeah.
Beware the meat tosser.
The meat thrower.
Meat
yeah.
thrower. I think meat tosser because he's hanging out with the salad tosser. It is prison, gang.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. He'll beat you with his meat.
Double entendres.
Thank
yeah.
you. Before we get into what Justin Martindale has going on, we should tell you what we have going on, gang. We're in Cleveland on December 1st and 2nd at Hilarities. I love that club so much. I love that Nick, who runs that club, is great, and the people who come out. It's just a great comedy city.
Portland, we're only there for one night, January 4th.
Yeah, we're going to be at Helium on January 4th, and on the 5th, we're in Seattle at the Crocodile. I love that club, too. Beginning of February, we're at Comedy Works South. I love that club. And then we go back to the first club we ever performed and got paid at, Mark Ridley's Comedy Castle.
Awesome.
At the beginning of March, and then beginning of April, we're in Minneapolis at Acme, and then end of April at Moon Tower. More dates to come. It's supersklars.com. Thank you for following us and joining our Patreon, where we do episodes of Cheap Seats and Cheaper Seats. This Patreon, where we give you extra stories. We love you guys. Thank you so much. Justin Martindale, you have a fantastic podcast.
Thanks.
Just saying.
Just saying with Justin Martindale.
Just saying.
Yep. Comedy Store Records.
Great guests that you have on this. And again,
a great pod.
If you love Justin on this podcast, which I'm sure you do,
Of course you do.
go subscribe to his podcast. And it's a new one for you if you don't know about it.
It's a delight.
It's a delight because you're a delight.
It's a fun one, yeah. That one, and then I will be in Colorado Springs at the 3 East Comedy Club.
Nice.
December 1st and 2nd. as
Hey,
well.
there you go.
Yeah.
Colorado
And then,
Springs.
I'm a regular on Jeff Lewis Live on Sirius XM, so you can
Amazing.
listen to that Monday through
Lucky to
Friday.
have you.
Jeff
Yeah,
Lewis
thanks.
is lucky to have you, and
Yeah.
I'm sure he appreciates you.
Yeah, he does.
He does, because you
Thank
bring
you.
the comedy juice. All right, let's get into this story. Here we go. Carlene, this was sent in by Carlene McDermott.
At She Be Carlene, a great person who sends stuff in all the time.
I love this. A Delaware man admitted that he drunkenly snapped the thumb off of a ancient Chinese statue and swiped it, and we'll guess how much the statue
What
was
an
worth
asshole.
later.
I thought Calgon was the
Wait,
ancient
what?
Chinese.
Was it a statue?
Yeah, an old
let's get into it.
ancient statue,
It's
and
an
he broke the
ancient
thumb
statue.
off.
You know, because people feel like if you see something out in the world, you can just take
Touch it
pieces
and
of
take it.
Destroy it.
Right.
Yeah.
Destroy it.
Oh, that's for me. It's this world belongs to me, so I can just.
I can treat it how I treat my stuff. A Delaware man pleaded guilty in Pennsylvania court on Monday to a federal misdemeanor.
That's your problem
charge.
first. It's a Delaware man in Pennsylvania. Those two things don't mix.
You're not from around here, are you?
You from Delaware? All right, misdemeanor charge related to drunkenly breaking off and stealing the thumb of an ancient Chinese statue worth how much? We're going
Give me
already
a
into
break.
the
Ancient
guess.
Chinese statue.
Give
What
me a break.
dynasty?
Yeah.
No, we don't know.
They didn't-
Okay.
They
The
didn't give
Fing,
the dynasty.
the Fing,
The Fing dynasty.
Fing
Finger dynasty.
Break me off a thumb of that ancient Chinese statue.
Ooh, how much is it? I mean, the only
Ancient.
I just think of like the ones outside of a PF Chang's. So,
So those
it
are like
there.
15 years old.
Yeah.
That's not that ancient.
I mean, ancient Chinese statue.
What's it worth? The
What's it
statue
worth?
itself.
5 million? Is
Oh,
that
yeah.
way too much? That's way
knows?
too
No,
much.
it's
isn't it?
okay.
No,
Okay.
I'm going to say like $750,000. It's a lot of money.
I'll say
I would suck at Antique Roadshow.
know, right?
600,000.
600,000. All right, get your
My
answers
aunt
in.
gave this to me.
This ancient Chinese statue is worth $4.5 million.
You'd be great at Antiques
Whoa,
Roadshow.
I would be great at Antique Roadshow.
mean,
Comedy, see you later.
What if this guy ripped the thumb off and tried to take the thumb to the Antiques Roadshow?
Yeah.
We know this
That's
to
worth
be.
quite a bit of money.
Prosecutors first charged Michael Rohana, the Rihanna of
the
ancient
Rihanna,
Chinese restaurant, Rohana, in 2018 with the theft and concealment of an object of cultural heritage from a museum, as well as interstate transportation of stolen property, which could have landed him into prison for how many years?
Yeah, you can't take a piece of a thumb across state lines.
Up to how many years could he be in prison?
25 years. You say
25,
7, I say 25.
What do you say?
12.
How about 30 years?
Wow.
According to the Washington Post. But
I actually think that seems like appropriate.
Yeah, I do too. It's not your thumb, bro.
It's not,
It's not your thumb.
and it means so much to so many other people.
who's got 3 thumbs and is a total asshole? This
guy.
Rohana.
Rohana. But Monday's guilty plea to 1 misdemeanor count of trafficking in archaeological resources means he now only faces how many years?
Okay.
So he pleaded guilty, so now
Oh, yeah, he knocked it down.
6?
I'm going to go with his 12.
Damn it, I was going to do 12
Sorry.
again, too. I'll
All
say 15.
All right, 1 year in prison.
Oh,
It's
wow.
30 down to 1.
Wow, they just went, okay.
This guy's going to, I mean, he definitely should get a thumb up the ass in prison, and he probably is going to get out in 3 months.
Meanwhile, deli throwers like, I could have been out in 30 minutes.
or less.
In 2017, Rohana was attending an ugly sweater Christmas party at the Franklin Museum in Philadelphia.
Say no more.
Now we know everything, right?
Yeah. There was rum punch, mistakes,
why did
a
everyone-
photo booth.
Also, don't have your Christmas party at a museum.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Hey,
Don't have an
do you want
ugly
to go to
sweater
this
party
museum to look at all the wonderful art? Nope.
Do you want to get trashed around expensive things?
Oh.
Yeah, let's
What a
do it.
horrible idea.
What a
Is
dumb
it an open bar?
Yeah.
In a museum, what could go wrong?
I know.
So he
Look at
snuck.
this tapestry.
No, that's I'm gonna lay
Don't
down
touch
in
it.
it. Do not
lay
that's
down.
from the Ming
Oh,
Dynasty.
when you lean on it, it falls apart. Sucks.
What's the thread count? I count 4.
This place sucks.
All right.
Rohana snuck away from the party on December 21st and into the Terracotta Warriors exhibit,
No.
which was closed to partygoers, but clearly no one's blocking his way to get
Hey,
in there.
what you should
These stanchions should keep these drunk people out of here.
Well, and in what museum doesn't have lasers?
Okay, number
You
one.
know?
And number
And
two,
tasers.
like the worst thing a museum could ever hear is somebody stumbling into a room saying, "Hey, what's in here?"
Yeah, in a Christmas sweater.
The bad,
And a bad
ugly
one,
Christmas.
which was closed to partygoers and featured several terracotta sculptures of warriors from the tomb of China's first emperor, according to the 2018
God.
affidavit filed by the FBI
So old.
art crime team. The sculptures, which are dated from what years?
Ooh, I mean,
I mean,
the 1600s.
first emperor. I don't know.
Hold on, I'm watching
Well, that's probably-
Outlander.
Are
Let me
you?
just add
Come
it
on,
up.
get in there. Go to your Outlander
What
history,
is the
Justin, and start
dynasty?
going through it.
Westworld
Thank you.
season
Okay,
2.
let's get into it. Yes, I'm with you with that. Westworld.
15
The year 15?
1560s.
I think the year 600 AD.
How about 210 to 209 BC?
Whoa.
Over 2,200 years old.
And some drunk guy in a bad Christmas sweater just
has
screwed it up.
access to this with his drunk hands.
No.
It's like the first Chinese emperor.
I mean, it's right.
They were on
It
loan.
is.
They were on loan from China and are a priceless part of the country's cultural heritage. Like, this could start a war. Like, China would start a war over this, Dan.
right.
You know they would. Rohana used his phone's flashlight to make his way around the dimly lit room.
Sick. No
and-
flash photography.
And he definitely didn't turn it off after that.
No, he left
So
it
every
on
time
his
he
pocket.
took it off.
And took a selfie with a sculpture in the exhibit space.
Okay, that's enough.
That
That's
was
far enough.
Nefertiti. She wanted the selfie.
Already, the guy is the worst person in the world.
Yeah.
Then he goes, according to the affidavit said he then broke something off one of the statues and
God.
put it in his front pocket, citing surveillance footage. Rohana took the thumb from a statue referred to as the Cavalryman, which was
I hope he's cursed now.
Oh, absolutely. I was going to say that.
The Curse of the Broken Thumb?
Yeah, the Curse of the Broken Thumb on Are You Afraid of the Dark?
It's like, I was going to say, it's like
A
the
Goosebumps
sister
adaptation.
It's like the sisterhood of the traveling thumb.
Yeah.
It was insured for $4.5 million and brought back to his family's home in Bear, Delaware. When an FBI agent visiting the property in February 2018 visited the property in 2008, Rohana immediately confessed to swiping the thumb
You, FBI agent, and you better say it right there.
and retrieved it from a desk drawer in his bedroom.
Oh, I love that it's sitting in there with your old checks and a paperweight.
Thank God he kept it, though.
yeah. Oh, this thumb? This thumb? Yeah, I got it right over here. It's like, if you did it when you were so
Like
blackout drunk, you'd be like, wait, what's this
How
in my
did I
pocket?
get
How did I
this
get
thumb?
this?
Yeah.
Then you give it right back.
Snapped off, you would think he'd be like, "Whoa,"
Let me-
you know.
No,
but he's like, I'll take this. And
And he just put it in there, and it's like
His
holding
junk drawer.
all of his rubber bands are around it.
All right. In April 2019 trial, Rohana told jurors it was a stupid mistake. His
Yeah.
attorney,
You think?
Catherine C. Hendry, told jurors that Rohan wasn't an art thief, merely a drunk kid in a bright green, ugly Christmas sweater.
That's his
That should go on
defense.
his tombstone. Sure. Here lies a drunk kid in
He's
a bad
not an
Christmas
art
sweater.
thief. He's a drunk guy in a dumb Christmas sweater.
Was he a kid?
They say he was a kid. A jury was unable to reach a decision, resulting in the declaration of a mistrial.
What?
A retrial was scheduled for February 2020, but it was repeatedly delayed due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
Wait a minute. This is how much people don't care about art in this part of the country?
And a deterioration in U.S.-China relations. Rohan's sentencing is scheduled for August 17th.
You know that there's probably some sentiment in the jury pool of like, good. Give it to China.
Yeah.
Right.
They gave us COVID. We'll take your thumb.
Got
Also
it.
gave us
A COVID for a thumb.
And you gave us TikTok, and you're watching us, and you're monitoring our every move. We
An
got
eye
your
for
thumb.
an eye, a COVID for a thumb.
A thumb for a thumb.
dummy.
Isn't that crazy? Stumbling around with his iPhone camera on, the light on, and the selfies. And
But I mean, now it's like I feel like there's these like oil activists now throwing beans on portraits and ketchup and all that, and they're like, we're here to stop this, and it's like that's just broad daylight.
You're not
on a Tuesday,
right? And you're not doing anything. You're bringing attention to your cause, but it's not.
It's the worst.
It's the worst attention ever. It's like no one's going to be like, oh man, you guys just ruined the Mona Lisa. We should really stop killing the whales.
They're making really good points. They're making really good points about the environment.
It's like, don't make me get mad at you when I agree with your environmental stance. Like, don't now make me against you, because now it's like, come on.
Now you're turning us.
We'll take a break.
Missed my mouth.
Yeah, oh, sorry, you missed your mouth drinking. We're gonna take a break. Dan's gonna send us home with give me a little taste of what we're gonna hear.
Oh, we're going to go back in time.
Oh, I love it. Huey Lewis.
I love it. Very
Capacitor
nice.
fluxing.
And we'll find out what Dan's got going on. It's Dumb People Town. Justin Martindale is our guest. We'll be right back.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.
So we're in the holiday season, and
So hoop-de-doop.
you hoop-de-doop and a scoop-de-scoop, and your life is a hoop-de-hoop, scoop-de-scoop
Oh my gosh, you're
mess
so
of
right.
all these things. Like, I just know your days are packed in a different way, and we're so busy. You get home at 6 o'clock, you've thought nothing about what you're going to do for dinner. You don't know how you're going to prepare food that's interesting and that isn't the same old food rut that you've been in before, and you don't even have the time to prepare like a long-term meal situation. You want something quick and good. Cleaning up after the meal is like death for me too.
Yeah.
So I
agree
love
with
what
that.
Factor has done. First of all, the variety of choices are amazing, and the food
The
is
queso fondito. It's
so good. Fresh, never frozen.
Pesto
It's-
chicken is awesome. The pesto salmon.
Pesto salmon is so
incredible.
good. So my daughter loves salmon, and she had the pesto salmon. She's like, never had pesto on salmon before. She loves it. She now wants it everywhere. I'm like, it's at Factor. It's Factor. Breakfast items, lunch on the go, little snacks. They're just so good. I know, Dan, you're a huge proponent and have been for a while.
But the great thing is, guys, you can head to factormeals.com right now. It's factormeals.com/DPT50 and use code DPT50 to get 50% off. That's code DPT50 at factormeals.com/DPT50 to get 50% off.
Hey, unwrap the first of many presents this season with holidays on the house from DraftKings Casino. With hundreds of games, prizes, and promos, DraftKings Casino has everything on your list. Right now, new players who play $5 get $100 instantly in casino credits. What are you waiting for?
Cozy up with all the classics like slots, blackjack, and roulette, or play exclusive games you'll only find at DraftKings Casino to feel the holiday cheer all
I
season
love
long.
a good. I love a good casino
So do
experience.
I.
I'll do the slots. I'll do blackjack.
I'm a
I'll do
blackjack guy
roulette.
myself.
Do you have your numbers for roulette? Do you guys have like? what's-
yes, I do have
What
my
would be your
roulette
like
numbers.
3? No one should take our advice.
No one take our advice, but I'm saying my numbers are 21, and I love 7.
21's good.
21
7's
and
good.
7.
Yeah, I go
21
like
7.
5, 8. I like 11.
Will you do a 13?
20. I'll do a 13.
I love
I
it.
saw
You'll do a
13 hit
13.
4 times in a row.
Oh my God. That's
There's hundreds of variations on casino games. You'll find that fits your taste at DraftKings Casino app. Low minimum, so you can play as low or high stakes as you feel on a given day. No, if you're not ready to play for real money, this is so much fun.
You
no
can just
problem.
do it for fun.
Yeah, you can just test out games for free.
See
and
how
find
you
the right
do.
fit.
If you start kicking butt, then boom, you're in the game.
See what you like. Guys, download the DraftKings Casino app now. Sign up with the promo code DPT. Play $5 to get $100 in casino credits. That's promo code DPT only at DraftKings.com. The crown is yours.
Yeah, gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.1800gambler.net. Jay, tell them in the States.
In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly, 21 plus. Physically present in Connecticut, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia only. Void in Ontario.
Eligibility and deposit restrictions apply. 1 per opted-in new customer. $5 wager required. Max $100 in casino credit awarded, which requires 1 times playthrough within 7 days. Terms at casino.draftkings.com/holidays. On the house. Restrictions apply.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.
Hey, gang, welcome back to the show. Before Dan takes us home on this final fun, quick little third segment story, Dan, tell us where people can see you, you're touring.
December 14th, I'm headlining at Cap City in Austin, Texas.
Great club.
And you can check out other dates at danielvankirk.com. The Rose Gold Tour will continue until the special drops, and that will be sometime in the spring. So look for dates in the Pacific Northwest, the West Coast, and all around. And then also my movie is out, Wine Club movie.
You're the lead.
Find it wherever you can.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but you were the lead in that movie.
Some people say my movie and they've got a scene in it.
Yeah.
Dan
is in my movie. It's his movie.
I am the lead.
Yeah.
Wine Club movie. Check it out wherever. I don't know if it will premiered yet, but danielvankirk.com.
Yeah, well, all that information, and just follow Dan on Instagram and Threads and TikTok and all that other stuff, because he'll let you know where stuff is.
All right, ready?
Let's do it.
Sent in by Jeremy Kendrick at JSK_is_here.
Great.
JSK.
I don't think this person is sent in, so this is really cool to have a newer person.
Man trying to travel through time smashes car through Florida businesses.
Of course.
Yeah.
Wait,
I have not seen.
Jay, you said get the flux capacitor fluxing. That's when you're going 80, and you're like, I should be
88,
going.
right?
So
Yeah, why are my tires not on fire?
Right, how come I'm not transferring to another
Right.
dimension?
Why isn't my mom trying to have sex with me?
So you know he definitely got into the store, got out of the car, and said, "Is this 1986?
Where am I? What year is it?
What year is this?
Who's the president? You know what's crazy is, like, he does need a time machine to go back in time and undo all the bad decisions
don't do
that let him
this.
think that he would know that he could go through time.
He definitely just watched a Back to the Future
Yeah,
marathon.
when do you realize that when you think you could go back in time? You're like,
I got this.
It's a Wednesday. You know what I'm going to do?
I got
go back in
this.
time today.
Does he have a time machine?
Yeah.
What does he
We're
have?
going to dig into it.
Okay.
Although I do really want to see the musical. I hear it's very, very
I heard
fun.
it's good too.
Back to the Future, the musical?
Yeah.
Ooh.
A confused man who thought he was time traveling smashed his car through two businesses, say police. A Dodge Challenger already.
It's like, I can get up to 88.
Dodge Challenger.
In this parking lot, I can get up to 88.
Dodge Challenger. You're just never the nicest person on the road.
Was he smuggling plutonium?
We don't know. Dodge Challenger is definitely someone who's like,
Sketchy.
I'm right and you're wrong a lot.
I've never seen a Dodge Challenger slow down to let you merge in front of them. Not once.
They're never the one doing the dumping.
I mean, they're fun to drive,
get
let's be
broken
honest,
up.
but still.
A Dodge Challenger plowed through two businesses in Pensacola, Florida, a strip mall, on Sunday morning, according to Pensacola News Journal. The driver sped through the intersection of North Davis Highway and West Fairfield Drive at approximately...
What time?
Want to take a guess?
Ooh.
10 a.m.
I'm going to say it was busy. I'm going to say like 1.
1 p.m. What
Jason
do you think?
Sklar.
4?
One of you is in the right hour. 10:50 a.m.
Oh,
So
nice when it opened.
He's like, look, I got to get back in time. I can't wait all day to get back in time.
cleared through the front door of Advanced Tax Services. The car then kept going, which is sort of a commentary on the construction of the businesses.
Right. Wanted to beat the time change.
He did. He's taking it as a deductible.
Smashing through the wall and into the business next door.
Which was a massage parlor, and all these children who were being
I was
trafficked
kind of
were
hoping it was
released.
like an old time photography studio.
Oh,
so
yeah.
that he would have thought he went back in time.
One of those theme park photo booths.
Wouldn't that just be the best if he goes and there's a family just standing
Just
there
dressed like
in,
hookers from like in a saloon era?
Yeah, like Dust Bowl era, like poverty, and he's
Yeah.
like, I did it.
Let's dress up like the olden days. And he's like, I have a warrant.
I'm in a whorehouse.
Yeah, or like an escape
whorehouse.
room, like in a themed escape room.
Oh yeah, like
that would be great.
Like it's like he breaks into like an insane asylum from like 1910.
Guys, I'm gonna be honest. I'll show you the picture. He fucked this car up.
Oh my God!
Yeah. He went plowing through these businesses.
He did not stop.
It looked like a bomb went off. Advanced Tax Services General Manager Emmanuel
Which
Morris
we can claim as a deduction. Like they definitely.
Shout
Which is
out
not our
Advanced
fault.
Tax
Not an
Services.
act of God. We will
We are
deduct
able
that
to
from the end of
deduct
the
that.
year.
So funny.
And we had a great year, so this actually balanced everything out nicely.
Police said the unidentified driver told them he was, quote, trying to travel through time.
Yeah.
Which technically you are doing.
So, and he didn't finish the sentence. Travel through time so that
To get her back.
So she wouldn't break up with you.
But do we also get the blood? Do we get to guess the blood alcohol level?
When it's in here, we always
do.
Instead, he traveled through 2 present-time businesses, causing huge amounts of damage.
That was a nod. That was a dig. That was a dig. I'm sorry, it just got a lot darker in here. Shade got thrown by this article. Wait, Dan, can we just for 1 second, that is the type of thing of go back in time to the point in time that she broke up with me and then whatnot. Yeah. I feel like, and I don't want to generalize, but I feel like that is a very heterosexual, like they hang on to it so much that like too much that I'm going to go back. I'm going to actually bend the concept of time. I feel like no gay man would be like, just like, whatever, who cares?
Let me check Grindr real quick.
No, I want to fast forward and get rid of this person.
All right, well, that was fun.
Yeah, well, that was great while it lasted.
According to the Huffington Post, the man was from Nashville. So, yeah,
good.
And had
1947
his seatbelt on during the crash and was not
safety
injured.
First.
He stated that he was driving at high speeds on the interstate in an attempt to enter a time portal.
Okay,
and
he saw Back to the Future.
Yeah,
period.
88 miles per hour.
There you go.
And that he did not leave the time portal until the crash occurred. So he's saying he was coming back out of another time.
Yeah,
except that sent him through a shopping center.
Got it.
The driver has reportedly been issued a citation for reckless driving and is also in the hospital being evaluated. Morris said he was mad about the incident, but added it could have been worse. Eventually, I was happy that no one was hurt. That was my biggest concern because if anyone was hurt, anybody could have died or whatever. That's the dumbest.
Was this just the guy from Ferris Bueller in Succession?
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you hear about that? He just crashed into a pizza place.
Who?
On Halloween night.
Yeah. What's his name?
He just took a
Alan Ruck.
Alan Ruck.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Luckily, no one was inside the 2 businesses when the time traveler struck.
Stop calling him a time traveler.
Let's let him have it. It's his moment,
Oh my gosh,
he identifies as a time traveler.
I found out. We're about to find out what the place next door, the second business was.
I cannot wait.
Should
we all guess?
Yeah,
sure, if you want.
Okay,
you're not gonna get it. It's too great.
It's like a color me mine
That's fun.
all these kids' pottery just got ruined.
What is the question again?
What is the second business
that he went through the tax office and ended up.
Okay. So
there's no way you'll guess.
There's no way I'll get it.
It's too great, but you guessed for fun.
So can someone help me also with this one? Massage envy.
Ooh,
but I understand it, but I don't understand the title.
Well,
is it like a penis envy thing?
It's
massage envy.
Jealous you're not there.
You're jealous.
You're very envious of this massage,
but you're there.
Yes, but you're there if you're at the place.
Okay.
I have massage envy. It doesn't even sound like penis.
That's true.
Like it should
like if I had a store that sold peanuts
and they called it
Peanuts Envy,
I'd be like, nah, I'm in.
That's funny.
All right, you're on massage envy. Do you want to guess? It's better than you're gonna guess.
What if it's a clock shop that's called Time's Up?
That's pretty great.
That would be fun.
Or they sell tiny clocks
from around the world.
Ellison Bennett, the co-owner of Pensacola Caskets.
No, not Pensacola Caskets.
Where are you located? We're over right next to the tax.
We're dying to buy our product.
Oh, God.
Do you need a casket? We all do.
We'll airbrush a seascape on it. Okay.
Located next door to Advanced Tax Services, says he has not been able to enter his business, but he too was happy it wasn't worse. If this had happened on a weekday and someone had actually been in one of those cubicles, it would have been very tragic. Yes, of course, that's exactly what would have happened.
I mean, the truth is that, I think the caskets being, the caskets place, they'd want more people to be busy because then they'd have more business.
Yes.
Right? Is that wrong?
But also now I'm seeing a sight gag of this man crashing through the office, flying through the windshield into a casket, and then it closing.
Which
would be...
That's a rim shot.
That's it.
That's that's the end of a Benny Hill thing.
Or Bugs Bunny. Yeah.
Yes.
He flies through the windshield.
Hits into an open casket, and it shuts.
Jason had to step out, but we'll get out of here on this.
Okay.
How old is the man from Nashville who was time traveling in a Dodge? I think it was Challenger. Yeah.
This is Challenger.
Said he was coming out of a portal when he drove into tax.
Right. So he was
tax and caskets.
I can't control.
They should just combine their business.
And he definitely said, I can't control where the portal spits me out.
No one can.
Why do these two businesses not combine what they are and call it the only things guaranteed? Death and taxes.
I would just put that over the two things.
Yes.
We guarantee everything. Death and taxes. That's a great call.
What is your guess? How old do you think
How old is this
Nashville man is?
Okay.
All right. Oh, Jason has returned. All right. How old do you think the Nashville man is? Do you want to go first?
Yeah.
You're a guest. Where would you like to go?
Where would you like to go?
I'm going to say 52.
Okay.
I'm going to say 67.
All right. Jason's
28.
28. We'll get out of here with the time-traveling Dodge Challenger Death and Taxes Business Destroyer is 40 years old.
Wow. Judd Apatow, this is 40.
Yeah. Was 40. Who knows what time is? Some people town is a flat circle.
That is. There you go.
But there's nothing that says what year he thought he came from?
No. But I would, as the cop, you'd want to get as much information.
I would want to know so much.
I'd be like,
what year are you from, sir?
Yeah. Where were you going?
Tell me more about where you
29, 39.
Where
I'm
you
from 2 months ago.
Hey, man who crashed through a tax place and
into a casket store.
Tell me what the future's all about.
Yeah.
That'd be the greatest. All right, we'll tell you what the future is. More dumb people, Tom. We'll do that not now, but with future episodes. Yeah. Justin Martindale, again, just saying.
Yes.
Follow his podcast. Listen to it. We'll all be on it. It's going to be a blast. And thanks for joining us, dude.
Anytime, boys. This is always fun.
And oh shit, we got to get back to work. Bye.
Boom.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.